The U.S. economy grew at an annualized rate of 3.0% in the second quarter of 2025 April, May, and June, according to the advance estimate released by the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. This marks a rebound from the first quarter's decline of 0.5%, which was the first contraction in 3 years. The second quarter growth surpassed expectations, exceeding the Dow Jones estimate of 2.3% and the Atlanta Fed's GDP NOW forecast of 2.4%. This increase was primarily driven by a decrease in imports and a rise in consumer spending, although these gains were partially offset by decreases in investment and exports. News reports suggest the rebound was largely influenced by a sharp drop in imports following President Trump's tariff warnings as businesses reduced imports after a surge in the first quarter. Despite the strong headline number, some economists noted underlying weaknesses. Growth in sales to private domestic purchasers, an indicator of underlying economic strength, grew at a slower pace of 1.2% in the second quarter, the slowest rate since 2022. Inflation, as measured by the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index (PCE Price Index), rose to 0.1% in the quarter, slightly above the Federal Reserve's 2% target. Core PCE inflation, excluding food and energy, increased by 2.5%. These figures represent a moderation from the first quarter's increases of 3.7% for the PCE Price Index and 3.5% for core PCE inflation. Looking ahead, economists anticipate slower growth in the latter half of the year, with some forecasting around 1% annualized GDP growth due to potential consumer price increases from tariffs and business uncertainty over economic policies. The Federal Reserve is expected to keep its benchmark interest rate at 4.25% to 4.50%.